Well, it looks like it's time for another Ninja Foodi Max roast. So, what we got here then, Alison? What is it? What is it?
That is Muntjac deer.
Oh, Muntjac deer.
Shot by one of the rangers.
Ooh.
And butchered for us. So that's one hind leg.
Yeah, a haunch. That's better than me scraping them off the side of the road. What else we got in there? What's in there?
So
then?
we've got carrots, garlic, and celery, and swede.
Swede. And the swede's been parboiled, mine the other day. And what have we done to the Muntjac?
Just sprayed it with some oil and put some paprika and salt and pepper.
Lovely. And that's going to go in.
So set it for lamb, medium well.
Yeah, I think that's about right.
As obviously there's not a venison setting.
Oh, really? We need to buy something more dear. That was good, wasn't it? So I noticed that you've inserted the prong into the flesh already.
Yeah.
So we'll let that warm up and then we'll stick it in. So this will be interesting to see how this copes actually. The interesting thing about Muntjac is it's very lean, especially a wild one. There's very little fat on it. So although we're cooking it like lamb, because that's how the meat tends to be, on a tray of veg, sort of very rooty veg, it'll be interesting to see how it cooks in here, because it doesn't have like the fat that you'd have with a steak or anything. So it can be quite dry, but the thing is we're going for a quick, probably going to be 35-40 minutes, isn't it? Yeah. So it's having a quick roast rather than a slower roast you'd have. So it'll be interesting to see if it retains its moisture and cooks really nice. So yeah, and is also whether it's going to stay tender or whether it's going to go all tough. So it's going to be an interesting one.
Right.
There we go.
Good luck,
Crack
Venison.
on. Ta-da! So current temp of 6, the target temp is 70. Yeah. So we're about 35 minutes in, so it's only half the temperature inside, roughly, that I thought that it needs to be, and I thought that would have been a bit closer by now. But let's have a little lift and a little look. That's looking good, looking good. The veg is looking about right, so we can see that the meat is not quite there. It's a little bit red, a little bit of blood, a little bit of juice in there. But that's not too bad. That's not too bad. I'm surprised we haven't had to turn it yet.
No.
But the veg is looking good.
Good.
So, oh, we want to put a smear of red currant on, I think, as well.
Hey, now.
Yeah, we're about halfway there. That shouldn't burn and char at that. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to lift the lid again, red currant, turn it over, bang. Okay, so we flipped it over because the underside is looking quite pale, and what I've done is I've slashed into the meat and we've worked in some red currant jelly, so you can see there, because red currant jelly is the traditional thing for game because it actually goes really well with it. But we're also hoping that it'll give it a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of moisture. But that's looking good. I've whacked some salt, pepper and paprika seasoning on there. Looking good. And I've also pushed the veg a bit further under because some of it was looking rather cooked already. So yeah, we're good to go. We're at 41 temperature. Sorry, we're at 41 degrees temperature in the inside. So I reckon 15-20 minutes. Ninja, here we go. Looking at that, that's looking good. So we've got red currant jelly has run everywhere, but that is looking nice. Looks sort of char grilled. That's not burnt. That's just from the red currant jelly charring. That's looking good. That's looking nice and medium-ish.
No, leave it in.
We'll let it rest for a bit and then take it out. Ouch, he says. That's looking good.
Yeah, but you
Hang on, you're in the way of the lights. It's in the way of the lights. No, do this. It's because it's been inching. That looks spot on. I reckon we leave that to rest and then we're ready. A few minutes, job done. It looks really good.
Yeah. Don't stab. Do not.
Point at me and then tell me off. Oh yeah, feels tender. So it's rested for about, what did you say, 5 minutes, 10 minutes?
About 5 minutes.
Okay, I'm going to leave that open. Do you want to have a quick look at all this veg? I put some water in because obviously we've got the red currant has leached out of the slices I'd made, plus the other juices. So we've got kind of like a gravy or a jus now. Probably more like a jus because it's thin than a gravy. I'm guessing the jus is that. The carrots look good. The sweet looks good. The celery's like really reduced down, so all the moisture has come out of the celery, I guess. But that's actually looking nice. That'll be lovely to put over it because there's a tendency with venison, wild venison certainly, I don't know about great venison, it's probably the same, to be a little bit dry, a little bit tough. Now this, that's not tough at all. I'm going to take a little slice out of that, just to try out. That's nice, that's nice and pink. Oh look, that's already falling apart. It tastes good. It's a firm meat, so imagine like a firm bit of beef, firm bit of steak, but it's not tough. It tastes really good. Looking inside, we've got some red coming out of the middle because we've selected medium. Okay, I'm going to cut it in chunks as if we were having like, I don't know, a shish kebab or something like that. I'm not going to slice it like you might if you were like slicing beef thinly. I think chunking is better. We're going for something hearty, something earthy. You know, we've got root veg predominantly, so you know, so chunking this up is going to be good.
A lot of meat.
Nice mouthful. So it's going to be like eating sort of steak. So yeah, it's a fair bit of meat on a haunch. So you don't get a great deal on a leg. The fillets are small, but I mean that's nice.
That's nice.
There's a little bit of red right in the middle near the bone. You haven't tasted a piece yet. I can't remember. Have you had Muntjac before?
Yeah, I'm sure you've had it before.
Have a big chunk.
It's really hot though.
That'll be from centre mostly, so it's not going to be too hot.
Oh, nice.
That's right, isn't it? I'm going to have a chunk.
That's good.
That's good.
That is nice.
We're going to enjoy it.
Feast.
That's very good. I've normally casseroled it.
That's really nice.
Yeah, it's difficult to judge when you do it in the oven because you don't know quite how to cook it, because it's probably more like lamb than anything, but lamb of course is very greasy, so you know, stays more tender. I'll pop these bits back in because we've got that juice and moisture in there. It's not to heat it up, just keep it warm but keep it moist. Now I can carving.
Words has just got the bit you dropped on the
Yeah,
floor.
I'm not surprised. He's happy. It's good meat. Very good meat. In other words, do you reckon it's good meat?
You didn't like it raw?
Is that the best? That is the best.
Piglet?
Pig? You like that, did you, boy? Pig!
Words was approving. Wow, piglet.
That's good. Right, Words, that's nice. But you've got to wait now. Right, there's got to be
It's loads there.
at least a pound of cooked meat there. So, that's going to be tasty. It goes really well with really earthy root vegetables. So your carrots, your swedes, your butternuts, your sweet potato, your parsnips, that sort of thing. Celery, add that in because it's got a nice strong earthy flavour. Couple more minutes, dogs. And then we're going to in a little while. Right, stir it up.
We need a James May turntable.
We need turntable, yeah.
I'll use my hand instead of now.
That looks spot on. Looks a bit dark on the video, but what do you reckon? What's your first thought?
Really, really tasty.
Really tasty? Mm. What about the...
nice meat.
Yeah, is it tender?
Mm-hmm. And try the veggies.
Red currant really sets it off, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's nice. Very nice. Thank you, Sam.